Let me just get this out of the way so we can get this out of the way.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am black with another Busy Blue Extra. Today I'm going to talk about the Where is Wendy Williams documentary, which it has seemed to be just so sad and depressing. As you come in here and watch this video, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. I know that there's a lot of people who are live tonight, so if I'm just talking to myself, I'll deal with it. But let's just go through it. So this is part 2 of the documentary. It's sad to see her like this, acting like this, looking like this. What's up, Cuzzo? This is a hard, this is just hard. What's going on, Dustin? Lisa, loving the consistency. I told you I'm trying. So we start off with her in her makeup room. I mean, in her room with her makeup stylist, and they getting ready to go to Asbury Park. Apparently, that's where she's from. She's trying to get herself together. And she wants to have a photo shoot down at Asbury Park. They're gonna go to see Wendy Williams Way. So before they get to Wendy Williams Way, they get to the arcade first. And I think look, little things like that she's able to just play and disassociate and stuff like that would help her with her just feeling normal in her memories and stuff like that. So I think that was a good thing to see as she's trying to play games. What was sad to watch is that she went to the wall to see if her picture was there, and she could not even recognize herself. And he's like, "Look, that's you." And she's like, "Y'all, that's me? Yes, that's you. You probably don't even remember when you came here, do you?" And she's like, "No, like, oh my gosh." She's like, "Yeah, you're big in this community. We can't leave Wendy Williams alone. She has a whole thing out." What's up, Eb? What's up, Intergalactic Defender? So after that, she goes to, oh, did I do a thumbs up? Yes. After that, she goes to see Wendy Williams Way. And then there was this lesbian who came out, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I know you. Can I take a picture with you?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I'm from here, right? Like I was born down here." She was like, "Yeah, you was born up this way." And she was like, "No, I was born that way." And she was like, "No, you weren't. You were born at 821 Central, right?" That's no, she was like, "No, I was, are you sure?" Wendy couldn't even remember where she was born. And it was just hard to watch. And the lady was like, "I mean, are you sure? You should know better than I do." And she was like, I don't know." At the end of the day, she gave her a hug. Then she did her photo shoot with her sign, Wendy Williams Way. And then, people are coming up to talk to her, this and that. Then she went back to her old house. I don't know if any of y'all have ever wanted to do this, but I am one of those people who I'd be wanting to go back to the house that I lived in once and see like what it looks like inside. I'm not a celebrity, but if I were, I think that would be something that I definitely will do. What's up, Sheila? I'm not a celebrity, but if I were, I would definitely go back and say, "Hey, this is Busy. I'm sure you know of me from several TV shows. Can I walk through and just see my room?" But she goes into the house, and it kind of makes her a little emotional. She gets out and she gets on the steps, and she was just sad. We flashed to her dad, who was saying that like she always said she was gonna be famous. Like that's what she knew she was gonna do. That's who she knew she was gonna be, and she never wavered from that. Which is great that like she paved that path since she was a little girl. Her brother was like, she would come into the room and act like a reporter, and then all of a sudden everybody started listening to her. So that was good to see. But she sat there and she cried, and she said it's just a lot of memories. And then she says, "I want to be back on television." She's an icon. She says she's ready to be back on TV. Flash forward to her back in bed. Will looks over and he sees this pile of cash just sitting there. Y'all, I don't know how I feel about Will. some things are good intentions, and then some things seem like, are you kidding me? I don't know. Y'all put it in the comments. How do y'all feel about Will? I think he's a cutie pie. But outside of that, I don't trust him for her. So he's like, "Why you got all this cash here?" She was like, "Well, you brought it to me." He's like, "Yeah, but you were supposed to go put it in the bank." Which, does she just go places? I don't know. Let me leave it alone. Um, so the producer asks, "Well, do you have it here so that it's not going into the Wells Fargo account?" And he was like, "Well, no, I already made a different account." Y'all, can Wells Fargo or whoever her third party guardianship person is use this as a way to check into her funds now? Because should you be saying that on camera? Oh no, I got her a separate account. What? She not supposed to have access to any money. I'm gonna leave that alone. If I have any lawyers in the room, y'all tell me, was it smart for Will to say, "Oh no, I have her. She has a different account, a separate account"? After Wells Fargo, after the state of New York gave her a guardianship to watch over her money, now she got to. I don't know, y'all tell me if that was smart. So anyway, they talked about whether or not people were doing like nefarious things with the money in the account and how the money was being used, and thinking about, oh, some people said Will is shady. I think Will is there for the money, but cares also for Wendy. Both can be true. It's just sometimes it just does not seem like that. Um, so when she was in Miami, her car stopped work. Oh, let me talk to him after. Um, accusing the money of stealing. And when she was in Miami, her card stopped working. So they thought that the family was doing all of this stuff. But little Kevin was like, look, my mom has expensive taste. She's never, not had expensive taste. And then they had her flying back and forth, back and forth. She was going into hospice cares and stuff like that. Like, this is what my mom does. Now, I don't know if his cousin Travis helped, because his cousin Travis was like, his mom threw him $120,000 birthday party. Then he also had a rent that was $80,000, and then his Uber Eats cost another $100,000. So I'm thinking that's a lot of money you spending. But he said he never spent it without her consent, which at this point, can Wendy Williams give consent? But they gave the guardianship. I think what's the problem is, then who pays for Kevin, little Kevin? Because she was his person. I don't know. Did they carve out something where his rent still gets paid? I got to do more of a deep dive. Does his rent still get paid? Does he still have access to some type of funds? Did they write that into it or whatever? Because he still needs to live. That 100K Uber bill was wild. The fact that Wendy can't check her own balance is wrong. She made the money. She should know how much it is. But the thing is, does she know what she knows and what she doesn't know? I just don't think she's in her right sound mind. And looking at a piece of paper to tell her how much money is in there, I don't think it's gonna help. But I also think that we need someone who's a lot more trustworthy and dedicated to her and how she's doing things. For the guardian to not be shown or talked about or anything, we don't know anything. That part sends me. This is really wild. It's just really, really, really wild. But I do know that Lil Kevin was pushed out of the courtroom because then she said she wanted liquor and a Whopper. I mean, sounds like a great time to me, but he doesn't like her drinking, so she says she doesn't want him in there, and she wanted her liquor and the Whopper. And she feels as if he feels as if she's pushing him away, but it's only because of how she knows he is. Circle back to Wendy still in the bed. Now Will is arguing with her about the liquor that she had the night before. I'm sorry. Some of the stuff that Will was doing seemed performative. Hey, did you drink all of this yesterday? Yes, I told you about this. You know, man, Wendy, you just I'm just gonna put this somewhere else. Do you think you should be? It just didn't seem authentic to me. Something about him gives me I don't trust you. You gotta look at him with your good eye. Okay. So then she says she's not drunk. She's perfectly fine. Put her bottle down. He says he gets concerned about her drinking and making sure that she gets the help that she needs. But he knows that he cannot do it alone, and he's fearful that um she doesn't want to stop drinking. And she said she don't. They asked the producer said, "Do you want to stop drinking?" She says no, and I won't. And I'm sure everybody else up in this month drink too. Okay. So then after that, they talk about her relationship with Kevin. She says she loves her son. She cares about her son a lot. And Will says she loves her relationship with her son because she got he does need to clock out immediately. Um, had just got off the phone. Will was definitely planting it up for the cameras when he said, do I look like the wait, do I look like money? Like he was doing too much. This was heartbreaking, but each time she brought up them feet, I shut up, Veggie Lock. So Lil Kevin felt like she's doing too much because Lil Kevin felt like when he was younger, she overindulged in him and did so much for him because she was an alcoholic and she was feeling bad for it. Because normally the yes people she pushes out, but then she kind of tried to keep her son close and do whatever she can for him. Travis, the nephew, said that it was she was talking about how hard it was. He was talking about how hard it was to see her now in the news and she going out in robes and she sleeping in liquor stores and she could barely get to where she going. It was just frustrating. And her niece Alex said she was having the same sentiment about how difficult and frustrated it was, and she couldn't hide from any of the press or any of the media or any of the speculation and spectacle that was going around with her aunt's life. And she said what made it worse now is that she feels like she's preparing for something bad to happen with her aunt. So much so that she Googles her aunt's name every day just to make sure that something bad didn't happen and it didn't get bad. It just didn't get worse, which is so frustrating because they don't know if the people are really worried about her or if they're using her for clickbait. And it seems as if genuinely it does seem as if her family is concerned about her and care about her and want her to do well and want to do well with her and by her. I don't know the stipulations of what the money was looking like before and how things were going, but it does look like her family, her son, her nephew, her best friend, her dad, her brother. It seems like she has a close knit of people who really care about her and want to be around her and want her to get the help, which is probably why a part of her doesn't want to be by them because they want her to get the help. They see that something's wrong. They see that she is not her best. And if you're struggling with addiction or your problems and your dementia and all of this thing, you don't want to be around those people who are telling you that you need to get better or that you need to change. It's not easy. So we get from there, and they're trying to get her to do a deal. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So you got Will sitting there, just regular, trying to do the deal, trying to get the deal done. And you got Wendy Williams sitting like this. And they talking about, oh, well, so is the deal gonna get done? What interviews are we gonna do? She's P. Diddy. Let's do Busta Rhymes. Madonna. Let's end it with Madonna. Can y'all hear me? And I said, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And then the publicist is acting like she about to go through it. Like, okay, so let's get these things on the ball rolling. Let's get these things. Here's Wendy still look. So then we'll get them tomorrow. Can we talk tomorrow? Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. Great. Okay. And then she just hangs up the phone, don't say goodbye, nothing. And then it's just like they ask Will, do you think she's ready for a podcast? And he's like, duh, duh, duh. Don't you think she's ready for a podcast? Don't you think she's ready for a podcast? Meanwhile, she's sitting here. Don't you think this lady's ready? I just don't get it. And this is why I say I don't trust him. You can look at the lady's eyes, the wig, the backwards cap, the speech. And you think she's ready for a podcast? And then he had the nerve to be like, well, you just shook your hand several ways. Why not? Look at the lady. Listen to the lady. See, it's not okay. And he's like, well, she's been doing this for 20 years. She could do it in her sleep. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, here she is. Sleep and then to the bed. And he's trying to push her out to the radio. This is a cash grab if I ever seen one. And I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but it's just too heavy to just keep going down this road. The lady is not well. And Will, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need your ass beat. Wendy loves the people and the people love her. Okay. Then we get this girl, Shamira, who I guess she's like a publicist or she's done magazines and interviews. And she was saying that people want to know what's going on with Wendy. And to be honest, she's always been the one to give opinions. So basically, what they're doing now is showcasing the fact that, look, this is your karma for all of the stuff that you have had going on in your life and what you've done to other people's lives. Then they got her down at the dinner table again. I think what also makes me upset is the fact that I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I know Wendy wants to put on what she wants to put on, but we need somebody to at least get her together. Okay, we know that her eyes are gonna be like da 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 da. Give her some sunglasses. Make her put some sunglasses on. She's a celebrity. Make her feel like all these are what all the girls are doing now. Comb the wig out before she gets out. Do something. They make her look like she going through something when she goes out. And that's what's frustrating me. She going out to dinner and she looking like this. I want to sit on that side of the table. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Wine. How about wine? How about wine? You got that? I don't want to eat. I want to eat. I don't want to. This is my good. And it's just like, it's almost like they want her to look wild and crazy and allows her to do it. So they sit down. She says she didn't even come to the restaurant to eat. It's just like, what are we here to do then? I didn't come to eat. I need friends. I have no friends. He's like, yes, you do. You have so many. No, I don't. Yes, you do. All the people who come out to live. I think he's trying to convince her like that the public is her friends. Oh, she got so many people around her. Nobody's able to see her. Nobody's coming around her. So she says she has no friends. She needs friends. And she's like, I want a alcoholic beverage. Bring me one. Then Will gets up, make sure his mic pack is on. Okay. Excuse me. Can you make sure that there's no alcohol? Do you have something that's is the camera's rolling? Okay. Do you have something that is virgin? Make her a virgin something so that nobody knows. Okay. Okay. Just make sure it's like something virgin.
make sure it's a virgin something. I really care about her health. So we're just making sure, okay? Can you do that for me? Just put it on a virgin martini. Okay, put it in a martini glass. Just make sure, okay?
I just don't trust him. Then he comes back. Kevin made sure that the wish for his mother was that she wouldn't be drinking a nice. That was something that he made very clear, and I'm trying to make sure that she also that I'm keeping up with his wishes. Okay, whatever. And then he also says that look, she feels alone and she has problems. After that, we get to another scene. They talk about liquor. She says she likes alcohol, okay? And she tries her best to have it. Will said he finds it and pours it out. Girl, the most lackluster. He was like, well, where are places that you found it before? He was like, well, I look in several areas. I just try to make sure that it's not around, you know. Uh, because you never know where she's gonna be. I don't think that he is real. I don't think that he's honest. I'm just trying to figure her out because somebody getting it for her, and if you her manager or her say all be all do all, how she get it, and you give her the money, he just got cash and cash and cash on cash. Who's calling? Every time they go into the room, she look like this in the bed. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. Somebody is going out to get the lady the liquor because she can't even get up. Anyway, now she's talking to Sean. She's saying, I want to go to California. I'm ready to go to California. Um, um, and she says she wants to go to Cali and she wants to be there for a while. She says, you need to get liposuction. You fat. She's like really like this is how people with dementia or early Alzheimer's how they talk to people. Exactly. So then she was just rude to her. She was like, let's get up and let's get some stuff because I guess she's gonna be giving away clothes. So they go to the closet, they're picking out stuff. What do you want? What do you doing? No, one. Put it back. Like I said, she's so stupid. You're dumb. Just go downstairs and go get something to make yourself fatter. She's like, okay, girl. Yeah, it's your money. I'll do whatever you say. Sean was like, look, I have a tough skin, and what she say ain't gonna bother me. I don't care about it. Um, I think, and I was having this conversation with my partner. I think that they know Wendy. I don't know how long they've been in her life, and maybe we should, time check in that. I think that they're used to the Wendy now, so then they think that this now Wendy is who Wendy is, and I think we need somebody who knows her a little bit longer. Like, why the best friend that she talked to all the time, not the guardian or helping out? I don't think these people who just got into her life think that anything's wrong with her because this is probably how they always seen them. You know how you meet somebody sometimes and some of their family like they weren't always like this, but some things have changed. I think they think that she's this way because she's this way. So it's easy for them to, if I'm making excuses for them, it's easy for them to say, no, she's always been like this. She's so regular. But also I feel like they lying. So Travis, the nephew, said that look, she wasn't always like this, something had changed. Then they're going out. Child, this scene, I couldn't deal. First of all, she's going up and down trying to get vape pens. The driver said, look, I mean, the job is getting harder and harder. She done fired me several times. She don't know where. I've been driving her around for years. At this point, she don't know what's going on. She wants to go to the Wendy Williams show, the Sherry Shepherd show. Drive there. But first, let's go to the vape shop. They go to the vape shop. Child, she goes in, she gets the vape, she come out. That's not the what the hell is this? No, this is not the right one. So then she goes back in. She comes back out. This is not the right one either. Give it. Drive to the Wendy Williams Sherry Shepherd show. Drive there. Okay, no. Go back. Put that back. Don't do anything. Drive to the show. You're so stupid. She starts yelling. She just wants to go. She goes back in. Sean goes back in. She gives them the babes back. She gets her money back. She's trying to tell her, look, we already went past there. And she's, excuse me. You're just the driver. And then she keeps deadpanning into the camera like everybody else around her are the idiots. And so then she comes back in. She doesn't have anything. Then they drive past the Sherry Shepherd in the Wendy Williams show. We see them drive past the Sherry Shepherd Wendy Williams show. She says, keep right, because they were going left to park in front of it. Just keep right. Then we circle around again and we go to the big shop. I can't even, I don't even want to know how many times they circled that circle. Then she finally got the babes. Those still wasn't the right babes. I will say that the one that she did have, and I don't do blues or what blues. I don't vape at all. I don't smoke. But that one had a light at the bottom of it, and the ones that we've been seeing her with don't have the light at the bottom of it, so it wasn't the right one. But I digress. They arguing. She's like, you know what? This is not the right blue. This doesn't feel right. Give this one back after she already smoked on it. Give it another one. You know what? How about champagne? What? Let's just go and get some champagne. You like that? Sean turned around was like, yeah, champagne, yes. What are we doing? And the only person with a sound mind was the driver. He was like, anybody else think that she's losing memory? It seems like she's forgetting everything. She can't stay on task. Nobody else. Is it just me? Nobody else thinks she's being weird. Child, the camera crew, Ashley done got out the van. She said, we gotta wrap this shit up. We gotta go. Time to go. So the camera crew is gonna get out. And she's like, that's fine, we're gonna go. They call Will. She's like, I need my vapes, and then we're gonna go home. We gotta get our champagne. They call Will. Will doesn't know what the hell is going on. We get back to Sean. They say, Sean, yesterday was a lot. What do you have to say about it? She was like, well, that just normal. You know, did you guys go get the champagne or did you find the vapes? No, actually, we actually went directly here. And we ate and we talked. Actually, we didn't eat. There was no eating. And maybe that's why they don't feel like something's wrong with her, because even they can't remember stuff. No, we didn't even eat. We actually just talked, and then everything was okay. So this is just how she is. And this is how we're dealing with it. Lil Kevin said, the problem is she got a lot of yes people around her. And until somebody holds her accountable, she is always going to be this way. And it's very clear that Sean needs to clock out and Will needs to clock out. And somebody else needs to clock in. Preferably someone who seems from like they should be from the family. Child, y'all remember all that stuff that they had pulled out and got? The producers came in because she's supposed to meet up with the lady to give the clothes and stuff in. Child, she's up. And it was like, did you enjoy your time off? She's like, sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure. It just seemed like she was spiraling more and more and more and more and more. Keisha, whoever this lady is, she comes in and she was saying, hey, Wendy, calls Will. Will comes in. She says she knocked out. Her speech was slurred. She's not doing well. There's piles of stuff everywhere. The cats are dead. All of this stuff. Cat puke is everywhere. She said it stinks in there. She hasn't gotten up. Anything. Da da da. She wakes up. Will comes in. He's like, "Did you drink?" And she's like, "No, I'm just tired." Da 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 da. He was like, "Well, you can get one more hour. We got stuff to do." But the lady had already left, who's supposed to be taking the clothes. She's like, "Okay, whatever." She yells at him, tells him to get out, sticks up the middle finger. Then she starts talking to the camera and was like, she doesn't like him. And he's like, "Well, what did I do? What did like that?" So then they stop going back and forth. And then she gets up and she apologizes to him. And she was like, "I thought it was somebody else. It wasn't you. I'm so sorry." And they was like, "Do you think she was drunk?" "No, she just looks tired." We need, if Will's gonna be around, we also need a home health aide and a psychiatrist regularly. Because this just I can't. And it hurts my soul to watch. And it breaks my heart. I can't do this, y'all. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Y'all, I was gonna talk more about it, but now I just got sad again. Y'all, tell me how y'all felt about episode 2. This is just, it's too much. It's too much. Y'all, prayers up for Wendy and her family and everything that she's going through. I hope she can get better. Let me get off here because I'm getting depressed. If y'all want to know more about me and everything else go have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, which is definitely streaming right now. I have tons of videos for you guys to go ahead and watch. I've been trying to be consistent, but now I need y'all to be consistent and go watch those videos, like those videos, and comment on those videos and share those videos. I'm doing my part. Y'all do your part. Okay? It's getting late at night, so I'm about to go get busy. Happy Monday to everyone, and you all stay busy. Until next time.